he gets a good hunch, he sends it. And he might not be on point, but he's really good at it. Maybe there's a world where you can pressure Radu into getting some wrong guesses if it's a tricky enough location. That's where I see potentially Armani could come up victorious.
I think this is possible because RC is a player who likes to take his time. On the other hand, though, he is also really good at guessing quickly if he needs to. The thing is, there's no weakness with Radu C. And that's just one of the things why everybody is scared of him.
So what you're saying is if he wins this, it becomes Radu B, and then he like upgrades to A eventually?
No, I think it becomes the Radu quarterfinals actually.
Okay, yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, let's see what we got in our first moving game.
Yep, let's get this game started. Radu trying to continue his streak, 2 wins in a row, and Armani wanting to get his first one on the board here in Group C.
We got a very interesting location here because it says Sandakan on this thing. We might be in like a park or something like that. Sandakan is a big city in Malaysia.
Yeah.
Where are we? Not in Malaysia. Let's start the players off.
Faded.
Maybe one of these players will forfeit, but I don't think so.
That's where it's dangerous to guess fast because he sees the sign and he just instantly goes there.
Yeah. I think that was exactly what happened there. He was like, wait, no, that's not Malaysia. But RC's already on the road here, just looking around. Looks like Australia. And Armani has also found that, so at least they managed to get out of the park.
Cars cleaning. Nice. Looks like they're very energetic and colorful in the way that they clean. We got a school district. We got some left side traffic. Seems like Armani is indeed going to swing away from that initial Malaysia hunch. Good on him.
Absolutely.
But despite wanting to be a fast guesser, already 40 seconds spent in neither of the two, having locked anything in just yet. Radu not even opening the map yet.
I already saw a red no stopping sign, which is exclusive to the state of New South Wales. So I expect Radu, on which screen I saw it, there it is, to get that. But Armani, I don't think, has had as much information, so he will also go New South Wales. Good guess by both of them. And Armani closer.
There you go. A bit further up towards the north, but Armani off to a good start. 388 in the very first round. Normally it's like double or single digit damage coming through in the first round. But this time around, a good chunk taken off of Radu, who, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 4 wins, 0 rounds taken away from him. Has played a pretty perfect tournament so far.
Radu is pretty much flawless so far, and at least Armani knows that he won't get flawless in this moving game. He has taken damage. So that is maybe something that he can build upon. And we are in Turkey right now. This pavement is very, very common in Turkey. And they are zooming straight into the bins, trying to look for belediyesi, which are the little districts, and sometimes if you recognize the city. Sakishla in this case. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't think they do. I've never heard of that city myself. But RC is going in for the scan right now. I think he has a pretty good region guess and is trying to search for that city now that he saw on the bin.
Would be nice if it's a smaller one. Armani might not find it. But good info to be had early on, but seems like he's going to continue the search on the street rather than with the map open. As I say that now, though, he's once again going to look down, try to read through some of this Turkish text here. Maybe there's a city name hidden in there.
Very interesting, by the way, that Armani is not insta-guessing these rounds. That is not what I expected, because Armani does not have much moving proficiency. He is not... Ooh, that's actually interesting information that he found there. Maybe it can help him to get a better guess here.
We'll see. Nope, both of them a little bit off. A couple 100 kilometers due west. As, a pretty equal blow comes through over towards Armani. So back to a tied game effectively here, moving into round 3.
Absolutely, and this one is gonna put us somewhere in Indonesia, Malaysia, I reckon. Let's see what info the players can find here. I think it's not super obvious from the starting panorama where we are, but definitely when you move around, you should be able to find more information here.
Oh, of course. I mean, sometimes. Unless you just get completely stuck in a forest. Well, it does happen sometimes. There's a flag there. Good info to go by early on.
I do think this is Malaysia now. I think I saw some black stickers, the classic ones on the screen. And now actually Armani with the info found Kelantan, but also RC found it as well. So great job by Armani, who is not a moving specialist, who knows how to use that information, knows that Kelantan is a state, and he finds the town. Great job by both players here.
Almost a 5K, almost a 10K, but a 5K nonetheless for Armani. Solid game to keep this one up. 2 damage done, not too much to write home about. But of course, solid by both of them, and great job in finding that very crucial info.
I think if we had betting odds on Armani getting a 5K during this tournament, you would be rich by now.
True. Again, I mean, for a player who normally guesses pretty quickly, doesn't want to be exactly on point. He, in this round, again, I mean, as you were saying too, took it all the way down to the last second.
I believe this is actually... If one of the players is good at Brazil here, they might insta-lock Mato Grosso.
Okay.
Because we have a very, very interesting pole configuration here, which usually is found in that state. And we have the red soil for Brazil, we have agricultural fields, we even have the road number here on the screen of Radu C, and also on the screen of Armani. So on the screen of Armani it even says MT, so they both get the state.
Yeah, they both get it locked down, but...
Who can find the road?
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Do they spend the time to try and completely pinpoint it, or do they take... or do they just lock it in early and try and stress the other guy?
RC found it. He basically completely pinpointed it, but not perfectly. Armani's moving further away.
Oh, he's insecure about where to go on this one. He's still maneuvering around. In the end, it is going to be Radu on point, just 5 kilometers out. Good chunk of damage done. 3,600 at that to Armani. Right country, right region, but with a city the size of Brazil, be in the opposite end of that region, and that's going to hurt you dearly.
Yeah, this is more of what we expected coming into this game, because usually RC is very, very good with information, while Armani is not as experienced at moving, and he was not able to line up these roads in time. And now we get a rural, no, not an urban Europe round. Eastern Europe, I would say. Maybe like Slovenia or something like that.
Okay.
Let's see what the players do here.
Yeah, taking the same route as you, straight through the barrier. They fly as they go out, get a slice of pizza, and keep on moving.
I think the pizza will do them good here. Definitely something that you should always get when playing GeoGuessr.
A lot of signs there on the wall for them to go by the wall for them to go by. Armani looking for more. Ooh,
yep,
ooh,
got
nice.
good signs for Armani here.
Definitely.
While RC is still trying to figure out if there's any info on this sign, and now he spots the yellow sign.
I was gonna say it because again, I mean, Armani he has enough info that usually you would have seen him lock in a guess already. But maybe that's the fear of if I give Radu those extra 15 seconds, he's just gonna 5K it.
Yeah.
So no reason for me.
We see Armani having this sign like 10 seconds earlier than RC, but still RC is the one to lock in first because he's so quick. Yeah. Another Armani 5K?
Oh, could just be both in the water, both in 5K vicinity, and that, my friends, is a 10K, the double 5 for them both. Solid performance coming through.
Impressive stuff here. That is a good moving game, actually, from these
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah, great job by both of them. Getting the 5K there, lining it up quickly as we move again in Southeast Asia. I believe this might be... Thailand? Indonesia?
And that's the issue.
I wonder.
Right? I mean, if you're in Armani's shoes right now, you're 5K and you're doing good.
Actually,
and
looks
still.
looks like Indonesia. Yeah. So this is actually where RC might have a big advantage. Although I don't actually know if RC knows the second level subdivisions of Indonesia. Armani definitely doesn't know them, but you can learn the Kabupaten of Indonesia. And they show up on basically every address, every sign. And those are very, very helpful. It's only like 500 of them, Toby. Only 500.
Only 500 different things for you to learn, to add to the other trillion things you need to learn in order to be the best at this game. And then most of which you will only use once in your life when you get that exact city. That's when you win games. That's when you win tournaments of this
caliber. In the Kabupaten Mamuju Tengah here, which is Western Sulawesi, which is where RC has his pin down. Armani has not opened the map yet. Let's see if he can also get there. He is not going Sulawesi, this might be game.
Could definitely be 3.5 times multiplier here in round number 6. It's going to be Radu, who is closer. Is it gonna be enough? You would think so. Yes, it is. 4.5 damage. That is Armani down, Radu up. And that's gonna be it for this moving game. First one goes to Radu.
Well played by both players, though.
Definitely. Solid game from start to finish. And honestly, while, I mean, yes, Radu comes out victorious, there were moments where both of them were off by enough that Armani could have won it too.
I wouldn't say that.
Okay,
I don't think
I'm
RC
trying
made
to play
any
the
misses
middle in this. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is.
I think if you would look back at the breakdown of this game, I think RC was next to the location in every round except for one, where he took the damage.
That was the one round.
Yeah.
That was the one round. That, okay, fair enough. I'm just trying to even things out here a little bit. But fair, Radu played a phenomenal game. Let's give him the credit where credit is due as we head on over to our no-move game. Would you say here that Armani has a bigger like better chance of striking back.
Absolutely. I think what we saw there is just RC being more consistent over the moving games. Armani played a good moving game, but just 2 rounds were enough where RC was able to use the info more effectively.
Yeah.
On the no move, this is not something that's taken into account here. So this will actually be
it's our
more
Mongolian
evenly matched.
backpackers again.
We have the Mongolian tent again.
Yeah.
Absolutely, you are correct. Yeah, let's see which of the players can pinpoint their Mongolia better.
I learned stuff. I remember stuff from yesterday, Len. You can look at me
Toby,
so surprised.
I am proud of you.
So country confirmed, but regionally, where are we looking? Where did Genghis Khan ride through with his horses? Was it for that mountain?
The funny thing about Mongolia is, for example, Kratzu in his player page, he said his favorite book was The Mongolian Meta, which is a 173 pages Google document written by a member of the French community just about region guessing Mongolia.
You know what? He's already zooming in pretty far as well. Yeah. Maybe he got the region down already. Maybe looking to is there any city I've seen that could look like this before?
The car suggests that this would be Eastern Mongolia, but I think it looks a little bit more like West, so it's kind of interesting. I think Erdenet Sagan or the city of Barun Urt are the most likely if we are actually East. So RC pretty close to that, while Armani is more in the West. We can.
He doesn't look too confident.
It could be both. It could be both.
He doesn't look too happy with his guess here. We'll see if he comes out victorious. We're right in the middle, and Armani heads to his face. Goes, oh no! It's probably one where like, it's gonna be over here now. I'm gonna go further west, and that's an unlucky one. But yet again, another time where had he been further east, could have potentially taken points off of Radu.
Could have taken points off. Yeah, Radu definitely not on point this time. He is vulnerable.
Not immortal.
He is human.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe that's something the players can focus on. I think actually, might this be Luxembourg? I think it's possible. Do we have a yellow plate? We do. Let's see. Yeah, Armani instantly recognizing them. Does he lock it in? Not yet. No, both players have seen the yellow plate.
But again, I mean, this is okay. Now he comes through with the guess. I was gonna say this is where Armani in EMEA qualifies. Instantly, he would have been there every single time. But of course, you give Radu those couple extra seconds, he will see it easily. 56 damage done though. Armani able to strike back.
And now we head into round 3. Might be more difficult. I believe that this should be Brazil. Maybe coastal, judging by this vegetation. But it's not impossible that this could be big damage. Let's jump them in.
I mean, last time we had a Brazil, it was over 3,000 damage done to Armani, despite the fact that he was in the correct region. So let's see if this time around is going to be any different. Radu looking at the soil, looking at the trees there in the distance, trying to see if there's anything. There's not really a whole lot of building hard, stuff for you to pinpoint based on here.
Yeah, that's absolutely not. But vegetation in Brazil can be very, very useful. We see a lot of different palm species. And I don't know if you remember, but Crooks yesterday had Brazilian palm species as his favorite meta.
True.
So it's definitely something that some players have learned.
Worth grinding. As we say that, though, Armani is he's looking towards Colombia. Yeah. Further north? Maybe go even further north than that.
I don't want to rule it out. I think Colombia is quite unlikely with a blue Google car, but Mexico he is now, I think.
I mean, how far north are we going to go?
I would rule it out, but I think Brazil is more likely. RC is in Curitiba.
Goes back to Colombia again.
Interesting. This could be game.
Big distance in between, and that's for sure that is going to be down in Brazil. This one's going to hurt immensely, and that, my friends, is going to be a 2-0 for Radu. Armani down with a third loss here, and I mean, Radu just continuing his hot streak. 3 wins in a row.
He has not dropped a single game yet. He doesn't need to go to NMPZ. That's unfortunate for Armani, because that's probably where he would have had the best chance of taking a game of Asu.
Yeah, incredibly well played. You can see the frustration there from Armani, and I think there were moments where, I mean, Armani had the right position locked in, but again, it goes back to the second guessing, going, no, I'm gonna move off. We saw it with Spaghetti in the previous match as well. Him and Kratzu had a lot of second guessing themselves here, and same thing for Armani, ends up costing him dearly.
Yeah, absolutely. But some rounds are tricky, and definitely that is just the name of the game. That is what happens. And
definitely. And of course, to add to the land pressure of being here, you know, you're trying to make your way to the finals, make your way to the City Hall of Stockholm here for Saturday. I mean, that's huge pressure.
I still want to add that I think it is very, very cool to see Armani actually play out the moving rounds in a mode that he's not super confident in. He played it out. He was able to use info a lot of times and got 2 5K. So great job.
Definitely. Very solid games coming through now. Let's let's hop down to the stage and listen to Radu, what he has to say after that win.
RC, the king of Group RC. How do you feel, man? You are 6-0 so far in this tournament.
Yeah, that feels good, really good. It's helping build my confidence as well. I think going into these last 2 games, which are not going to be easy, I am glad to be in the position that I am right now. Obviously, I'm happy that I've gone to be at 6-0, but gotta keep it going, you know?
Yeah, I like that attitude. Is this kind of what you expected? I know you definitely had some confidence, but obviously you're a humble guy as well, so didn't want to be too overconfident going in, but was this expected?
I have high expectations for myself, so I do think that this was expected, but I don't want to downplay that I'm proud that I am at this point. So, yeah, just keep it going, you know?
Yeah, well, amazing, man. Keep it up. I believe in you.
Yeah.